Hey everyone, and welcome back to Bucket Central. Kevin Durant has probably been the most hated and also one of the most praised players in the league. Since he was drafted in 2013, KD has been one of the best players in the league. He has earned a lot of accolades, being a two-time NBA champion, two-time NBA finalist most valuable player, four-time scoring champion, NBA Rookie of the Year, nine-time All-NBA selection, 11-time NBA All-Star, NBA All-Star MVP. You get the drift. The dude is loaded with awards and accomplishments. Today we're going to be talking about what NBA players really think about KD. Hate for the move to the Warriors. Obviously, the most significant factor in why he has received a lot of hate was due to his decision to join the Golden State Warriors in the 2017 NBA season. Like many of you know, the Oklahoma City Thunder were up 3-1 against the Warriors in the 2016 playoffs, and then blew that lead where Kevin Durant played terrible in the last 3 games. The Warriors team, which had won 73 games, had the unanimous MVP, 2 other All-Stars, would lose in the NBA Finals after they too were up 3-1 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. You get the story. Durant joined the Warriors and the NBA was shocked by the move. Following this unexpected move, NBA players were quick to offer their thoughts on Twitter. The Utah Jazz center Rudy Gobert was not enthusiastic about the idea and tweeted, "Wow, only problem there's only one ball." Paul Pierce gave KD a subtle jab saying, "If you can't beat them, join them." Dame Lillard was shocked and lamented, "The game has really changed." Jeff Teague thought the Warrior backcourt were no longer the Splash Brothers, but with Kevin Durant they were now the Splash family. Andre Drummond was more interested in seeing which lineup the new look Warriors were going to use. Evan Fournier was shocked, exclaiming, "Wow, really?" in his Twitter response. The then Wizard center Marcin Gortat was also surprised by the move, commenting, "That's crazy! KD and GSW? Are they going to score 200 points a game?" Joel Embiid was hyped to be able to play with the new Warriors in the 2K video game, saying, "I'm going to use GSW all day in 2K17. Fam, I wouldn't be surprised if they score 200 points next year, laughing my ass off." Spencer Dinwiddie did not agree. "Well, we know there's one illegal team on 2K. Yusuf Nurkic was not having it at all. Somebody beat you and you go there? Superstar not doing that, man." As you can see, everybody had their own reaction, but it's safe to say many NBA players were not happy with the move. Draymond Green. An NBA player who harbors a degree of ill will towards Durant is Draymond Green. The Warriors power forward got into a nasty altercation with his then teammate KD during one of their games. DeMarcus Cousins had to drag Green away. What ensued was a fiery Kevin Durant-Draymond Green argument, with both players screaming at each other in the huddle. For obvious reasons, the argument raised countless questions about the Warriors' chemistry and locker room vibes. The team lost the next 5 games that season. Later, Kevin Durant admitted that the incident was one of the reasons he left the Golden State Warriors. What does Draymond Green currently think about the incident and KD? "I just had to accept the fact that I was wrong," the 3-time NBA champion said. "And once I was able to get over my stubbornness and accept the fact that I was wrong, I was able to move on. I just had to have a deep talk with myself like, 'You were wrong,'" Draymond said. Let us leave Draymond Green now and jump into more talented company. Make sure you watch till the very end to find out what the best basketball players of all time think about KD. Accolades and praises. KD has always been regarded as one of the greatest players to ever play the game. Younger players joining the NBA wanted to be him, and older veterans marveled at his greatness. Kobe Bryant. When you have Kobe Bryant giving you props and saying KD was one of the toughest matchups he ever had, you know it's serious. Kobe pointed out that Kevin Durant was the one player when he retired without having really been able to figure out how to stop him. Kobe detailed how Durant had improved as an offensive player. Kobe said when Durant first came to the league, he was easy to defend because he couldn't go right and shoot, and that was a weakness. Also, while in the post, he couldn't turn to the left shoulder. Every shot Durant made was using his right shoulder, which gave Kobe areas he could use as a defender to shut KD down. Then KD started developing, and he could pull up left, he could pull up right, shoot the long ball, and he had runners on the left hand and also on the right hand. Kobe finished up by saying he retired without ever having figured out how to guard Durant. Praises from Kobe are rare and are an instant proof to Durant's greatness. Richard Jefferson. The praise KD receives from defenders all over the league is overwhelming. During an ESPN interview, former NBA champion Richard Jefferson said KD was one of the most unguardable humans that's ever been created from an offensive standpoint. He went on to say that KD can shoot, he can dribble, he can pass, he can drive, and he can do everything, and right now is literally in the prime and pinnacle of his career. LeBron James. During the NBA Finals, when the LeBron Cavs were playing the Warriors, in a post-game interview, LeBron James was asked which player in the Warriors team stood out to him. The King replied, and we quote, "Whether it's speed or whatever else it was for tonight, the player is KD. I mean, you take one of the best teams ever assembled in the NBA last year, you know, and add a high-powered offensive talent like that, and a great basketball IQ like that, you know that stands out. I mean, there are no ifs and buts. I mean, it is what it is, and you know we got to figure out how to combat that, which is going to be a big challenge for us." As you can probably gather from the answer, King James was clearly flustered and not very coherent. The reason? He was really bothered to go up against KD. LeBron has in numerous occasions before expressed his opinion that the most likely person to take his throne as the best basketball player ever in the NBA was KD. Game recognized game. Patrick Beverley and Lou Williams. When the KD-led Golden State Warriors played the Los Angeles Clippers in the playoffs, it seemed as if the Clippers stood a chance. The Clips came out guns blazing in the first games and were actually making the Warriors break a sweat. Then the Slim Reaper Kevin Durant took over and the Clippers never stood a chance. In a post-game interview, the Clippers' feisty guard Patrick Beverley and Lemon Pepper Lou were asked what more they could have done to slow KD down in the first half. Pat Beverley was so dumbfounded by both the question and how to answer the question, hint, there is no way of slowing down KD, that he asked the reporter what she would have done. You may think this is one of Pat Beverley's sleazy replies, but the dude was serious. The Clippers had thrown everything at KD, and nothing could stop him. Lou Williams interjected that, "I promise you, we tried." Beverley said Durant was a heck of a player and he made crazy shots. Lou finished off saying they tried everything and had several different coverages for KD. Sometimes you come across special people, and it don't matter what you throw to them. There is no scheme, no defense, no nothing that you can do with special people. KD is one of them, and he showed it tonight. He put them guys on his shoulders and, let us stop you Lou Williams right there, as he went on to drool about KD's great game for a couple more sentences. Don't forget, these guys were talking about a player who just beat them. Allen Iverson. There are a few players in the history of the game who made fans delirious with their basketball skills, like Allen Iverson. What does Allen Iverson think of KD? Allen is of the thinking that when people talk about basketball 20 years from now, KD will feature greatly. KD will be recognized as one of the best players to ever lace up. KD is a certified killer, Allen Iverson said in response to a person who asked him to compare KD with LeBron. Enough said. Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce is not known for giving people accolades. Matter of fact, Paul fancies himself as a greater player than even LeBron James. While Pierce does have his weird takes, he was not wrong about KD. Paul Pierce said, "We're going to talk about Durant. We're going to talk about him being one of the all-time greats. He is probably the most elite scorer in NBA history." While this quickly became a contentious point in the TV show, it is so crazy to compare Kevin Durant with the other scoring champions out there. The case can legitimately be made that Kevin Durant is a better scorer than Wilt Chamberlain, Carmelo Anthony, and even LeBron James. Paul made a good observation about comparing KD with Michael Jordan. Jordan took a lot of mid-range shots. They were his specialty. But KD can go toe-to-toe with Jordan's mid-range game and still shoot the three exceptionally well, something MJ could never do. The Splash Bros. Steph Curry gives a unique perspective on KD. Steph battled the KD-led OKC team for 2 seasons, giving the fans some of the best basketball experiences in the NBA. What does Steph Curry think about KD? Steph obviously adored playing with an NBA great like Kevin Durant. Steph said KD was an all-time great scorer whose game opens up a lot of ground for other players as KD draws so much attention. Steph went on to say playing with KD is beneficial as every play can be run patiently, knowing KD was on the post. Klay Thompson said the thing that which makes KD ultra special is the ability to pull up for a jumper no matter who was guarding him. Nobody with KD's handle and shooting has that ability. So the Splash Brothers loved playing with him, and were all very nice about him, but what do they think now that KD upped and left them for greener pastures in Brooklyn? Well, apparently, they still share a deep respect for the guy. When Steph was asked about what he felt about KD leaving the Warriors, he only said, "That's his decision, and I respect it." Michael Jordan. What does Michael Jordan think about KD? If you thought getting props from Kobe Bryant was something, then KD has even got the GOAT, Michael Jordan, singing his praises. When MJ was being interviewed about who is better, Kobe or LeBron, he pointed out the NBA world should be on the lookout for Kevin Durant, as he might sneak through the back and become the best player in the NBA. Many people don't like KD for his Warrior moves and some of the stuff he says. But no matter what you think of him, KD is the best offensive player in the NBA right now. Fight us in the comment section. Thank you for watching the video to the very end. Click one of the 2 videos on your screen and catch up with more NBA videos. Remember, don't forget to subscribe and like our channel. See you in the next video.